Outstanding, well done. All right, so we've got a good idea why we need to do a SWOT analysis. In other words, we need to know what's going on in our market so that we can become more aware, so we can become a better supply partner. We can ensure that if things are changing in our industry, we can keep our customers aware of what's going on. We know how to leverage our strengths, our weaknesses, or eliminate, mitigate, or delegate our weaknesses. We know how to take advantage of opportunities, and we know how to look at threats, and we know how to respond to those threats. So based on that, how often should we as a sales professional do a SWOT analysis? Well, like I said to you, that business cycle is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. In the past, if you had to go sort of roll back to our grandparents' days, doing a SWOT analysis once a year and not really putting your heart and soul into it was okay. But times have changed. Think about Blockbuster's video. What happened to them? Well, Netflix happened. But Netflix wasn't the reason that Blockbusters closed down. The reason Blockbusters closed down is they didn't respond to their market. They didn't look at what their market wanted. So their market didn't want to have to get in a car, drive to a location, pick up a video, drive home, and then have the inconvenience of taking it back, and heaven forbid they were late, they would receive a fine. And so what Netflix did is they popped in and they had a look and they said, what do people want? Well, they want to be able to sit in the comfort of their homes, watch a movie, start watching a movie whenever they want to, stop watching the movie, access it, not have to drive anywhere. And look what happened to Netflix. Netflix has exploded, become a massive giant out there, and at the same time, Blockbusters went out of business. Well, I don't want that to happen to your business. I want that to happen to you specifically. Because if you're not looking at what's changing in your marketplace and you still doggedly approaching your markets the same way, you could be the next Blockbuster. Well, I want you to be the next Netflix. I want you to be aware of those changes. I want you to anticipate what's going to happen in your markets, anticipate what's changing at your customers. Because the moment you can do that, you're equipped to smash your sales target every single year. So think about it. Look at your markets, look at your customers once a month. So what I'm suggesting is you need to get out there. Your first SWOT analysis, the first one you're going to do, needs to be intensive. You need to really look, what are your strengths? What are your organizational strengths? Secondly, not just identifying what they are, but you need to say, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with these strengths? How am I going to leverage these strengths to my advantage? How am I going to use these strengths to help me to smash my sales target? Then you've got to look at your weaknesses, and you've got to say, what are my personal weaknesses? Can I improve them? For example, can I improve my time management skills? Can I improve my product knowledge? Those things improve. But be brave enough to say, if it's something you really, really have a massive weakness at, be willing to delegate it to someone else. Be willing to find innovative ways to overcome it. And the opportunities, you've got to be, once a month, you've got to be looking, what's changing in my market? What new opportunities are there? Because remember, with a shortened business cycle, business changes, and very often organizations get caught napping where they've just got into a comfort zone and they're just doing things the way they've always done them. And all of a sudden, the rug gets pulled out from underneath them, and it's very quick. So you can't wait 3 months. As a sales professional, as a sales powerhouse that you are, you've got to get out there. And you've got to know, you've got to be aware of what's going on in your market. So like I said, the first one has to be a biggie. You need to invest a couple of days into it to really look out there. And then once you've done that first initial big one, you need to get out there once a month. The way I do it is, I take a Sunday afternoon. Now your life is different. You decide what works for you. For me, it's a Sunday afternoon. I sit down on a Sunday afternoon once a month and I spend about 2, sometimes 3 hours. Maybe your industry is different, but how much do you want to succeed? You see, I see using a SWOT analysis, I see understanding your markets, I see knowing your customers, knowing what's going on, what your potential strengths are, knowing what the threats, knowing what opportunities are in the marketplace. is a huge differential advantage over your competitors. Doing it once a month gives you a massive, massive advantage. It's the best hour or 2 or 3 hours that you will invest every single month. So as an individual sales professional, you want to get out there and do SWOT analysis once a month. Obviously the first one's a big one so that you really get a look at your markets, but once you've got that deep understanding, you're just looking at what's changed, what's new, what's different. So you can do a SWOT analysis pretty quickly once a month. Then as a sales division or department, I believe that you should sit down with your sales leader and all your fellow sales professionals every quarter and compare notes and say, right, so this is what's changed in my markets, this is what I see, and as a department you need to have a look at what's going on so that you're well aware of the macro, or you've got a better perspective of what's going on from more of a macro point of view. As an organization, you need to be looking, a sales leader, you need to be looking and saying, what's happening? You need to keep your eye on the ball and you need to know what's going on. Once a year, as an organization, you need to all get together. All the sales departments, all the divisions need to get together and you need to do a massive 1, 2 or 3 day SWOT where you look the big picture, what's going on in your industry, what's changed within your organization, what's new, what's different, and how can you take advantage of the opportunities, mitigate the threats, make sure that you operate optimally so that you're equipped to smash your sales target every year.